Hey, if you're a dog owner, I know you want to do everything right for your best friend. But what if some of the most common things in your kitchen are actually secretly putting them in danger? That's exactly what we're going to dig into. Let's jump right in.
Okay, this is a tough one, but we have to ask it. You know, every time you slip your dog a little scrap from the dinner table, or give him that special treat, you're doing it out of love, right? But what if that act of love is actually a huge risk?
And that right there, that's the heart of the problem. Your intention is pure love, but the consequences, they can be absolutely devastating. It's this disconnect, you know? It's so easy to miss. And it all starts with just knowing what to watch out for.
All right, so let's start in one place we all feel the safest, our own kitchen. Seriously, you would be shocked at how many everyday ingredients are basically secret threats to your dog's health. I mean, think about it. Almost any savory dish you cook up, pasta sauce, pizza, a stir fry, they've all got onions and garlic in them. They're staples for us. But for our dogs, they're toxic. They literally destroy their red blood cells, which leads to anemia. And here's the truly scary part. The symptoms, like your dog getting weak or even collapsing, they might not even show up for 3 to 5 days. By then, the damage is already done.
Okay, so what about raw eggs? You've probably heard this trend, right? Give your dog a raw egg for a shiny coat or a protein boost. Well, it's an incredibly risky move. First off, you've got the obvious dangers. Salmonella, E. coli, things that can land you with a vet bill that averages, get this, $4,000. But even if the egg is perfectly clean, the raw whites have this protein in them, avidin. And what it does is it actually blocks the absorption of crucial B vitamins. Over time, that can lead to some really serious skin and even neurological issues.
We all love avocado toasts, right? But for your dog, it's a total double threat. First, the fruit itself has a toxin called parsin. This stuff can cause fluid to build up in their lungs, and that can lead to respiratory failure. But honestly, the more immediate danger is usually the pit. It's so easy for a dog to swallow it, and that can cause a complete intestinal blockage. We're talking emergency surgery, a procedure that can run you upwards of $5,000.
Okay, so now let's talk about the stuff we give our dogs on purpose, as a reward. These are supposed to be those happy little moments of joy, but ironically, they can hide some of the biggest dangers of all.
So what's the one treat that pretty much every dog owner on the planet uses? For stuffing a Kong or hiding a pill? Yep, peanut butter. Dogs go crazy for it. We feel good giving it to them. It really seems like the most perfect, harmless treat in the world.
But what if that same jar sitting in your pantry right now is actually a death trap? See, the formulas for a lot of popular brands have changed, and they've turned this classic treat into something incredibly dangerous.
The culprit's name is xylitol. It's an artificial sweetener, and it's popping up in all sorts of sugar-free and light peanut butters. And here is the one thing you need to burn into your memory. Xylitol is over 100 times more toxic to dogs than chocolate. Let that sink in. 100 times. Even a teensy tiny amount can cause their blood sugar to just plummet, leading to seizures, total liver failure, and very often, death.
And just look at this. This shows you exactly how bad this problem is getting. We're talking about a 400% spike in xylitol poisoning cases in just the last year alone, based on reports from dog training schools. This isn't just a small issue, it's a full-blown epidemic, and it's why you absolutely positively have to read the ingredients on your peanut butter jar, every single time.
All right, let's talk about grapes and raisins. And this is a scary one because we still don't know exactly why they're so toxic. We just know that the effect is devastating. For some dogs, all it takes is a single raisin to trigger sudden, irreversible kidney failure. There's no rhyme or reason to it. A big dog could eat a bunch and be fine, while a small dog eats one and it's fatal. You just never know.
And what happens if your dog eats a grape and goes into kidney failure? Well, the only real treatment option is dialysis. And the cost, it can hit $25,000. That's a price that most families just can't handle, and it often forces them into making the most heartbreaking decision of their lives.
Now, we all know chocolate is a big no-no for dogs. But dark chocolate? That's on a whole other level. It's so potent, it can literally be a 20-minute death sentence. And what's even worse is that the toxins just build up. They hang around in a dog's system for up to 72 hours. So that little piece you drop today, plus another one tomorrow, that can easily become a lethal dose.
So this all leads us to the classic danger zone, the dinner plate. I get it. Giving your dog leftovers feels like you're including them in the family. But what you're really doing, without even realizing it, is serving them a toxic cocktail.
Give a dog a bone, right? It sounds like the most natural thing in the world. But here's the deal.
Cooked bones are so dangerous. See, cooking makes them brittle, so instead of digesting, they splinter into these sharp little daggers that can literally puncture your dog's intestines from the inside out.
And if you're lucky, and I mean really lucky, to get to the vet in time, the surgery to remove all those fragments can cost up to $8,000. But the bleeding is all internal. You won't see a thing until your dog just collapses. And for so many dogs, by that point, it's already too late. So you want to know what food is like the ultimate toxic bomb for a dog, all rolled into one delicious-looking package? Pizza. One slice of pizza is basically a perfect storm of bad stuff for a dog.
Let's just take it apart, piece by piece. You've got the cheese, right? Most dogs are lactose intolerant, so that's going to cause major digestive issues. We're talking severe diarrhea. Then there's the sauce. It's almost guaranteed to have onions and garlic, and we already know that spells disaster for their red blood cells. The pepperoni? It's a grease and salt bomb, which is a classic trigger for pancreatitis, an incredibly painful and often deadly condition. Heck, even the crust can cause serious bloating and stomach issues. A single slice is like launching a multi-front attack on your poor dog's body.
And don't even get me started on your morning coffee. Just a few licks from your mug might seem like nothing, but caffeine is a super powerful stimulant for a dog. Their hearts just aren't built to handle it. And the timeline is terrifying. Within just 10 minutes, their heart rate can go through the roof. By the 30-minute mark, you could be looking at fatal heart arrhythmias. And this isn't just coffee, folks. This is tea, soda, and especially those high-powered energy drinks.
Okay, so we've gone through a lot of scary stuff, but now I want to talk about the most important part of all of this. It's about that incredible, unbreakable bond you have with your dog and about your job as their protector.
And this really is the question we have to ask ourselves, isn't it? A dog's life is already so incredibly short. Every one of those harmless little treats, every scrap from the table, could be slowly contributing to an illness that steals time from them. Are we really trading just a moment of our own pleasure for years of their life?
Think about it. Your dog looks at you and sees their entire world. You are their source of food, safety, and love. They trust you completely, without a single question. Honoring that trust, that means protecting them, even from ourselves and our own habits, no matter how well-intentioned they are.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's simple. Be informed. Be vigilant. Right now, take a second and screenshot the list of dangers we've just talked about. Heck, print it out, stick it on your fridge, send this to every single dog owner you know. It's such a simple thing to do, but it could literally save the life of your best friend. Thanks for your time.